hope you all are doing well. Today's video is gonna be about glossophobia, common symptoms and treatments of it. So let's get right into it. What do you feel when you imagine standing up in front of an audience? Visualize the bright lights in your face. See all those people looking at you and expecting you to deliver a top-notch performance. Do butterflies start fluttering about in your stomach? Do your palms start to sweat? Does your head get light? How do you deal with anxiety about speaking in public? It's a question that college students often ask, but the concern is common to all of us. So we would like to share some solutions to lessening anxiety and improving your ability to speak in front of an audience. Here are some examples where glossophobia might arise. Musicians, actresses, and actors performing in front of huge crowds, business people making presentation to their team, calling a friend or colleague about something, children dreading being asked a question by their teacher, giving a speech at a wedding, for example a basement speech, anticipating going to a conference where lots of unknown people will be, cabin crew and pilots making announcements to their passengers. Many famous people have had a fear of public speaking. Some examples are Renee Zellweger, Nicole Kidman, Abraham Lincoln, Gandhi, Sigmund Freud, and Thomas Jefferson. At some point, they all mention actually going out of their way to avoid speaking in public. And here are some of the common physical symptoms of glossophobia: increased heart rate, raised blood pressure, acute hearing loss, intense dread and trembling, sweating, particularly on the hands and forehead, nausea or vomiting in extreme cases, shortness of breath or hyperventilating, dizziness, muscle tension in the neck and upper back muscles, feeling of nervousness or panic attack, frequently needing the bathroom. And here are some of the common verbal symptoms: dryness in the mouth, weakened tone of voice and feeling energyless, trembling voice due to tension, shaking or quivering voice, hesitation words such as and stammers or tics, vocalized pauses. So now we want to know what causes glossophobia. There are several possible root causes and triggers to worsen glossophobia in people. Number 1. Natural human response to being exposed. This fight or flight response has its roots with our ancestors, when humans had to fear being attacked by wild animals and other tribes. 2. Negative experience early in life. Negative experience happen before, like where students, teacher, or parents do not value what you say, or even if you talk in a group situation and were ridiculed for what you said. Testing conducted by the National Institute of Mental Health found that the brain of people with social anxiety have a heightened response when negative comments were read to them. The affected areas were those responsible for self-evaluation and emotional processing. This heightened response wasn't seen in people without the disorder. Number 3. Runs in families. The biology of fear and anxiety-related behaviors studied that breeding mice that show less fear and anxiety resulted in offspring with less anxiety, but more research is needed to assess whether social phobias are hereditary. 4. Self-defeating thoughts. The person may feel that they must measure up to perfection, otherwise they are useless. Many people who have a strong fear of public speaking fear being judged, embarrassed, or rejected. How is glossophobia treated? You need to use intentional thinking strategy to manage your emotion in order to reach your goals. These solutions will help you to lessen your anxiety. Number 1, be positive. Some people meditate, others pray, others listen to music, and others go jogging. There are many different ways to get your energy level high. Whatever works for you, just do it. If you're not prepared mentally, you won't be prepared. Besides positive self-talk, use positive thinking. If you want to be an effective public speaker, you have to believe in yourself. If you don't believe in yourself, how do you expect other people to believe in you? Instead of thinking, I can't make any mistakes, accept that all people make mistakes or have omissions when presenting. It's okay. Most of the time, the audience isn't aware of them. Instead of everyone will think I'm incompetent, focus on the fact that the audience wants you to succeed. Then remind yourself that your prepared material is great and that you know it well. Number 2, tense and relax techniques. Right before you get up to speak, you may get a little nervous. You have lots of excess energy in there. You don't want to get rid of all of it, and believe me, you will not. But you want to get rid of some of it. Try some tense and relax techniques. Clench and relax your fists. Clench your fists really hard, and then release them. Can you feel the tension leaving? It really works. Some people get a lot of tension in their necks. If you do, try shoulder shrugs. Push your shoulders up to your ears, hold them there for 10 seconds and release. A good overall tension reliever is stretching exercises. Do some deep knee bends. Stretch your arms up, open your hands really wide and then close them. All of these exercises are good ways to release some of that tension. Number 3, practice presenting to small and supportive groups. As your confidence grows, build up to larger audiences. Number 4, know your material. You will be much more comfortable talking about something about which you're knowledgeable. Give special focus to the introduction because this is when you're likely to be most nervous. Number 5, practice often and aloud. You should continue practicing until you're comfortable with what you're going to say. Your confidence will increase as you realize that you know what you're going to say. Number 6, videotape your presentation. You can note if changes are needed, and you may be pleasantly surprised at how authoritative you look and sound. Number 7, use virtual reality. Practice in realistic virtual environments before the events to overcome anxiety. Number 8, prepare possible audience questions. Come up with a list of potential questions your audience might ask you. Then prepare answers and even additional presentation slides to answer them. Number 9, don't memorize your speech. If you commit your entire speech to memory and then forget even just one line of it, things could spiral out of control and you may find yourself unable to remember the rest of it. You're much better off knowing the essence of what you want to say. Number 10, understand your audience. Will you be addressing a group of experts or one that know a little about the topic? Being aware of your audience will help you structure your presentation accordingly as well as prepare for it. You should always be more knowledgeable than your audiences. Number 11, speak slowly. People tend to talk more quickly when they are nervous to make a conscious effort to slow down. You will be less likely to stumble over your words if you aren't rushing through your speech. Number 12, keep a glass of water next to you. Having a dry mouth while giving a speech happens to everyone, not only those who are fearful of public speaking. To keep from feeling like your mouth is filled with cotton, take sips of water occasionally. Number 13, don't say how nervous you are. Try not to complain to others about how anxious you feel. Dwelling on it will just serve to exacerbate your anxiety. Instead, pretend to be confident even if you feel anything but. Number 14. Familiarize yourself with the room. Arrive early and stand on the stage if possible. Visualize the audience and where you will stand on the stage. Check all equipment works, such as a laptop or projector. Number 15. Remember, most fear is invisible. Many people are nervous about public speaking because they believe that their body will betray them. They feel that cool and casual demeanor that we all tend to display when we're out and about will not stand up to public scrutiny. Well, a quick tip is that many of the indicators of fear cannot be detected by the naked eye. Shortness of breath, knees knocking, increased heart rate, butterflies, enlarged pupils, and sweaty palms cannot be detected by an audience. To a large degree, the cracking of voices or shaking of hands can't be seen either. When a student tells me their voice cracked during a speech, I immediately ask the class if they heard it. I've never had a class say they have. As far as hands shaking is concerned, we advise people to keep paper out of their hands and rest them on the podium if they begin to shake, so others will not be able to see it. Number 16. Think about times when you have successfully spoken before a group of people or a sizable audience. Imagine how hard it would be to fail when you have prepared thoroughly. Ask yourself, what is the worst that could happen and what could you do to counter it? And the last one is relaxation. Relaxation and breathing technique are useful when trying to calm your nerve before speaking in public. When we are nervous, we tend to talk quickly and only take short, shallow breaths, causing our lungs to only partially fill. This reduces our vocal range and makes us sound nervous. Therefore, slowing down our breathing and learning to relax are very important. We hope this solution alleviates your problem, and if you like our video, please subscribe to our channel and let us know in comments what your decision is, fight or flight.